We're live.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, everyone. It's the 12th of January, 2026, and we have something big happening today. It's the last day of Geri's 40 days fast.
Dun, dun,
We're going to ask her a
Woo!
bunch of questions in a minute. Please put in the chat where you're watching from. I'm in Central Florida. It's a little bit colder than usual today. Uh,
Well, it's usually cold in upstate New York.
yeah.
And
And
today's one of my 7-day fast.
Awesome.
Ooh,
okay, yeah.
yay.
I'm fasting today as well, but just today.
I'll see how
Uh,
long it go. I claim one thing and it goes to that, longer or shorter. It's all my fast, not yours. That's why it's
and
important to create your fasting or your faithing or your flowing of life, right?
so Geri is in Wisconsin, right?
Yes, I live in Sampson, a town called Sampson, and I live on Salisbury Lake, not to be confused with Salisbury Steak.
Steak.
Eh, that-
Love
that-
it.
That's my
Hashtag AMT for a chance to win a T-shirt, right,
And we
Alia?
That's right. Hashtag KMT. And yesterday there was an issue with the Kiltz meetup website, but it's been fixed. So you can go and buy your tickets. You can also
kiltzmeetup.com. And it's the
Kiltzmeetup.com.
universe always throwing little curveballs at us. It's all
That's
good, right?
It's all good. We're all set now.
Now, Geri, you've just completed 40 days of fasting. Can you share with those that are watching and listening why you do this, how long you've been doing it, and what the value and benefit of fasting is for all of us?
Yes, sir. I have been doing it this year. The end was my mom's birthday. Yesterday was the first day I ate. 15th year. Now, the reason that I have done it was because I have suffered from, and I was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa in the late 70s. I graduated high school in 79. And up until 1982, my mother saw that I was just dwindling away. But every time I looked in the mirror, I looked fat. All of my life, I was told, or I went to Tops with my mother's mother, Weight Watchers. We have to have margarine because that's the new thing, low fat. Watch what we're consuming, all the things. And it was always instilled in me, fat, fat, fat. I grew up in a fat, fat, fat family. The fact of fasting came because I started listening to Dr. Fung and what he thought about fasting insofar as cancer is concerned. The cancer my mother had was colon cancer. And I took care of her as the only daughter that took care of her at the end because my other siblings just couldn't handle the whole aspect of colon cancer. If you know, you know. So my logic was very simple. Dear God, I don't want this cancer to befall me, this condition, this diagnosis. I don't want to burn from the inside out, as my mother said she felt as though she was doing. So I searched to God for an answer, and I thought, well, if Jesus, God, sent his son to earth to die for our sins, become a baby, come into flesh, if he could live in the desert and not eat or drink for 40 days, surely I cannot eat for 40 days. And the holidays were the worst always for me. So that's why I chose to go from a 40-day period, always ending on my mom's birthday, January 11th. So last year it was December 2nd through January 11th was the 40-day fast. Yesterday every year I celebrate with a oopsie cake. But yesterday was finally revealed to me that I cannot have dairy. The oopsie cake made the sinuses again fill with water. I felt the gurgliness in my throat from dairy. So now, would do better, know better, you do better. Now I'm done with, I will feed the cake to my dogs. It's healthy. I can feed the cake to my dogs. It's just made out of eggs, cream, and cream cheese, right?
If you have any questions for Geri, put them in the chat, please. And Geri, if you have any additional tabs open on the live, please close them because we're hearing some feedback on your end.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Sure.
Geri, can you tell us how you put your mind and your body into doing such a hard thing? I could never do that.
Certainly, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. My belief in God, my strong faith, his, as I had stated earlier, his ultimate sacrifice. I have all of my tabs are closed, by the way. I still hear somewhat of an echo as well, but everything's shut down on my end.
I hear fine.
Oh, okay, good.
I do. I don't know. It's weird.
When I feel like I have a hunger pang, I just pray to God, God, I don't really want to eat this. I like the mitochondria to take over, and at least once a year to rid my body of whatever shenanigans happened. Last year, I had a back fusion and an ablation not once but twice on my legs, a colonoscopy. Last year, colonoscopy this year because of my familial history of cancer. So I had a lot of junk in me. This year, I had a total hip surgery and I had some mouth infections, double root canals. So I had a lot of medical stuff, but I fought through everything. I really wasn't hungry. I really wasn't. This may be the last week, but I'll tell you, the week prior to me fasting in November, my body was starting to tell me, you know, you're not really hungry, because I built a pattern with my body. I've just not ate for all these years, so I think it eventually catches up with us.
Is there a mindset that really is the master of this story? Because I could never do this is the first statement to failure. Rather than you said, I can do all things because of God.
Through Christ who strengthens me. Mm-hmm.
Right. And whether it's Christ or Moses, Muhammad, Abraham, or it's Dr. Nelson, positivity and mindset will begin to help you change your trajectory in life. And I mean, I claim my 7-day fast already being done. And whatever it turns out to be, I'll be good with any and all of it. There's no sort of like, oh my God, I failed. It's just part of the journey.
Yes, absolutely. I knew that the end was in sight. I realized it. I didn't have any problems medically. I wasn't under any medication whereby that would make me ill to quit the fast early. Emotionally,
Are you taking any supplements or anything that you during these 40 days you continue to take?
I did do the electrolytes. My intention was to do a dry fast for the first 5 days. I've never done a dry fast. I only did it on day one, and I felt fabulous on day one. The part that I don't understand is, with not eating anything, what in the world do I have in my system that keeps coming out? My urine was very dark in the beginning, and I kept, after I had day 3, a huge bout of a muscle spasm and a cramp in the leg and in the foot. And I did a shot of the Dr. Berry Keto Chow, his pictures on this, the Keto Chow minerals. When I chugged that, and within probably 15 seconds, my spasm and cramps were gone. So I said, I have to keep doing this on a regular basis. I realized that. So electrolytes, salt, huge. If I feel as though I needed something, right, he's doing exactly what I did. I would take some salt lick. I give it to the animals out in the forest, in the middle of the woods. Pop a couple nuggets under my tongue. I'm good to go. I get satiated just from those few couple of flakes.
How do you feel today?
Fabulous. Now that I got rid of that cream from my system, I don't feel gurgly, and I just think it just went through my system. Truly. I have not had a proper bowel movement yet, but it's going to be coming. I'm hoping.
Well, when I did my 2 weeks of fasting, I went another week without a bowel movement. And you know, it's sort of like I always say the bowels move when they're full because that's what they're meant to do, not go every day. The only reason we go every day is because we're packing our gut with 3 to 6 plant fiber-filled meals a day. And lean meat, there's no fat.
Yes. And yesterday I did a live in which I was making a bunch of different recipes. Some were not for me, some were for others. I am coaching a new client at work. And some of the people that came to my live yesterday, have you ever heard of, what is he? He's a British bodybuilder, Abo.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Abu, I think it is.
Yeah, Abu. That's the correct pronunciation. Well,
good guy. Another good guy. We haven't interviewed him yet, Elliot, have we? Not yet.
Yeah, I think he's fabulous. Well, he came
You're
with.
muted, Donnie.
Yes, we will.
Go ahead, Geri.
I believe he called it Abu. I believe he called it a cat bowl, I think. Mark Sisson called it a protein bowl. Anita from the Ketogenic Woman, she calls it a protein bowl. And here's the recipe. Very simple. High protein. 1 can of tuna, 1 can of salmon, 1 can tuna, salmon, sardines, and a large can of chicken. Mix it up with some, I like the Chris Cooking Nashville buttermilk, but for my client, I made it with the avocado oil because she wants to get into eating more fish and she wants to try sardines. So to me, this is a perfect way to mask the sardine taste. Well, you guys, yesterday, the people from the chat lost their minds. They thought something was wrong with me. She's fasted for 40 days and she's making these whacked out recipes. But
It's fish.
I know protein is so important to me. I brought props. I love this stuff right here. It's made by Paleo Valley, bone broth protein. Protein is king right now, whether I take this unflavored in my coffee or I make this. Now, don't get me wrong, real is the best. But if I don't have real, I'll use this bone broth protein. The ingredients are very simple. Bone broth protein, salt. There's vegetables in the soup though, but that's minuscule. People don't realize the value of protein, in my opinion. And I want to be protein centric because I have new hardware in my body. That's more important. So I don't want to yuck your yum But even the liver that I made, how do you guys make liver yourselves? What's Kiltz you got?
Butter, fat. So equal amounts of fat and protein. Because that's kind of, I think, how do you add your fat, Geri? What's the thing that you do to get the right amount of fat with your protein?
Couple of different ways. I don't mind the butter, the butter, brown butter bites. I don't mind those. I'll eat those. I will make a whipped tallow bite, and sometimes I'll put in a drop of real mint, and it's extremely potent, but it's very satiating. Butter for sure. In that little concoction that I make, I over mayonnaise it, as opposed to Anita from Ketogenic Woman, how she makes hers with a couple of tablespoons. No, I put a lot of the Chris Cooking Nashville mayo in that. And when I make my liver, yesterday, apparently people lost their minds again. I don't cook it to death. It was already room temperature. I had the hot butter, hot pan. The pan was at 375. So it doesn't take that many minutes to cook it. But oh Lord, she's eating rare liver. It wasn't rare.
Isn't raw meat probably healthier for us than cooked meat?
I think so, but I'm not as brave as you, Dr. Kiltz.
I keep my raw meat dry aging, and I just slice it off, salt it, and eat it in the refrigerator, which works great. I have a dry ager, but refrigerator works great, and I think that that's one of the healthiest things we can do. But again, it's so radical. And what you did, a 40-day fast, radical, but strengthening to all of us. That truly we can all learn from your strength.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the healing aspect, I still got on my vibrator going, the shake plates. I did that. I'm still healing from the hip surgery, so I'm going up the stairs bilaterally now. I'm just not gimping one at a time. I don't want the right one to be affected, but I have new hardware. So for me, either the back or the hip, to have all that fat. I used to be 363 pounds at one time.
Whoa.
I lost 163 pounds, not once, but twice, because I got cocky after doing the keto diet. You know what? I can have a bite of ice cream turn to a fry, turn to coming home after a month eating Culver's ice cream pint as I'm driving 45 minutes home. It was crazy. I can't do that anymore. When you know better, you do better. So for me, the holidays, I hear everybody, oh, did you fall off the wagon? Mm-hmm. Oh, what did you cheat? What was your cheat meal? It's noise to me. It's that type of talk is noise. But I don't want to sound like I'm belittling people. I have to abstain. I cannot moderate. That's just me.
Minimize, eliminate. You got to be right on the edge, right? Very little to none. And infrequently, not daily. That's part of our problem. Do you think, it's sort of been playing with this new nutritional triangle. Mm-hmm. It's like the what do they call the Devil's Triangle or the down in
the pyramid?
Bermuda
Triangle. Thank you. Right. It's actually, we should call it the Bermuda Triangle. Hey everyone, this is really great, but they still recommend 10% of our calories from fat or less. Yep. And they want to focus on protein, which I think is like focusing on low fat. It's the same problem. But protein is like, okay, it's safe to say protein, but in fact, no animal eats protein, fat, or sugar. They either eat animals, plants, or both. That's our simplicity to this. But the focus on fat, Geri, do you think that we should be more fat centric in our philosophy?
As far as eating myself,
Yeah, more faith. I would say more faith, fasting, and fat centric.
I enjoy fat with my meats. Always cook it medium. I'd rather have it less cooked than I wouldn't do a black and blue, but that's me. Now, with my medium steaks, I like cold butter with that. I love taking the beef trimming fat and air frying it. I cooked that last night. It was fabulous. But fat, definitely more fat in my life than I've ever eaten before. Protein's important. I like the high protein. Again, Eddie's recipe, Anita's recipe, excellent. But give me the mayo to fatten up that salad, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, I put this up. Fresh venison from hunting is great. But I was talking to someone yesterday that takes bacon, raw bacon, and makes ground venison and bacon to really add to the fat content and the flavor, which I think is a really, really great idea. Eat more fat to be lean. Rick, charge your Mopar. That is it. I mean, that's what Bella and so many other people like yourself share. It's like fat makes us fit, and skinny is a deadly state in evolution and reproduction. We're getting some cues.
We do have some questions. Let's look at
hear
those.
those.
Let's go.
Oh, not a question. Okay. Karen, you are an amazing inspiration. What benefits did you experience during and after the 40-day fast?
Benefits always. I can pray, and I focus really intently on God in my prayers to him and in hearing back from him as well. I have had people put on my heart. I don't know where it comes from. Influencers, people out of the clear blue. I wake up and I have to have a notepad next to the side of my bed and write down who God places on my heart. I listen, I listen to Dr. Nelson at school every week during work because I'm working second shift. I am very focused on the schooling here at the Kiltz Health. I believe in it. It really helped me be a better coach, I think, to my 3 clients. I don't do it. Well, at this time, I don't do internet coaching. My coaching preferred is belly to belly with local people. And I can best equate that to real estate. In real estate, I charge 10% commission because I had 10 fingers. I could have 5 buyers and I could have 5 sellers. But I could never have 11 because somebody will fall out of my hands. I can adequately and sufficiently take 10 people at a time. But I like the one-on-one as opposed to hiding behind a computer. And I don't want to say a plug and play. I do Kelly Hogan, her classes, been doing it for the last couple of years. I don't want to do the Kelly Hogan program in my coaching. I want to do the Geri Griggs coaching with people. But I've got to see people. It's better for me to see people and coach as opposed to the group sessions I do with Kelly.
It is really great to visually for us all to come together and connect. That's why, maybe our next step is to add our Zoom to our morning meetups and really just bring us all together. It's the most important thing is show up and be there, even though you may not be there in the practice or you're not perfect, but the constant communion with this power is what has led me to a new healing power of life.
Yes. The lady, Faith Focus Food Freedom, asked what other benefits I had. The gurgling that I had, and I believe it was from dairy, that went away until I had that oopsie cake yesterday, but it's since passed now. I passed that piece of cake out of my system. Usually I get these fatty masses, these lumps in my body. Hard to see right now. I have a little one here. They go down in size during the 40-day fast. It's just a fat mass. I'm sure it has a name for it. They go down. I am extremely calm in a 40-day fast. I lost my brakes while I was doing a live video with people on a YouTube live. And the people that watched me said, "You were extremely calm." I could have died because there were big trucks around me as I just slid. And by the grace of God, another saving. But huge benefits for me physically. After that hip surgery, I can cross my legs. The doctor told me I can't do it. No, you'll never be able to cross your legs after hip surgery. I can do it. Couldn't do it before.
Geri, tell us about this. Our thumbnail today had some certificate there.
Yeah, that's because I went to the Kiltz Mighty Tribes School taught by Dr. Nelson. Yay.
Yay.
Yep, that's me.
So how do you like that?
I love it. I think it gives me credibility. I can talk about losing weight, going from a 163-pound person to a now 199 I was this morning. I went up a pound since yesterday. My benchmark's going to be, in my opinion, I'm cool under 200. So I'm going to watch for under 200. Mayo Clinic wants me at 170 and 175. I'm comfortable at 199.
Are you able to get up and go to work, go do your daily life experiences and feel vibrant in doing those?
Better when I fast. I truly do. I get less sleep, and I believe it's part of the fasting, but that's fine for me. For example, I got maybe 5 hours of sleep. I think it was a lot of anxiousness to be here with you all. I wanted to be on here, and I was very anxious. And yeah, that was a kind of a down part about the fasting. You don't get a lot of sleep, but the dreams are so vivid. They're wonderful fasting dreams. You guys, wow. I didn't do drugs, and I grew up as a child of the 70s. So when these drug people talk about seeing things, dreams, I saw loved ones that have passed. I've had dreams about smelling my grandmother's food. I was smelling garlic in my truck on the way going to work one day. What is up with that?
Chuck asked, "Hi Geri, have you ever used lemon juice daily because of past sneaky hidden oxalates while living carnivore fat meat? Some people with oxalate clearing say they can have some dairy."
I have not.
There you go.
I would just take my electrolytes, the LMNT lemon, but not with real lemon. I have had pieces of lemon infused in lemon water, but not that it affected me, and I didn't take it for the oxalate dumping.
Okay. Buffalo Ant, did your ketones go up?
Your ketones.
Oh my goodness, you got GKI was incredibly low. My lowest GKI was 1.2, measuring the ketones, of course, and the ketones and the blood sugar. Yes, ketones sky high, super high. I didn't test myself today because, well, I knew
What was the highest? What was the highest you had during the 40 days?
in
The,
the
hi- on the
GKI,
ketones. The ketones.
in my ketones, I think it was a 3.6.
Okay. I was in the high fours
Mm.
when I was
Oh,
approaching
wow.
20 days.
Here's one, Alia. So
Yeah.
no sleep is a bummer. Any suggestions, Geri?
Magnesium.
I get up and I read, I listen to something, I get in the pottery studio. You know, I imagine one day I will be dead
Mm-hmm.
and sleep will be upon me. Although I know I transition to other energy and other life forms, in my opinion. But yeah, I'd say that we worry. I don't. What does worry get us in life about? Oh, I can't sleep.
And nothing at all. Now, what you're saying is true. Sometimes I will get up and I'll do things. I'll fold laundry or throw in a load of laundry. Yes, that makes sense. Don't do the shake plate in the middle of the night. I leave that for the morning. I stay away from coffee. I've learned that to stay away from coffee after a good amount of time. And I only limited myself to 1 cup of coffee during a fast period. One coffee, 12 ounces, except for the last week, nothing coffee. Another one of my life mottos is my goal is already set in life. My goal has been destined by God. So when I got here and when I'm leaving this this earth, I just don't know what's going to happen in between. So when people will say to me, Geri, why do you put your telephone number on the internet or show your address or tell people that you live in Sampson, Wisconsin? It's so easy. Anybody can find anybody in the internet because I have no fear. Everything's already predestined for me. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Another thing, motto I call it too, is for me when I felt like I can't get up. This was before the fast with the hip. I can't get up. I can't do anything. Well, God pressed upon my heart the slogan, the motion is the lotion. Motion, keep moving. That will help your joints, your bones. The motion is the lotion. So now I tell people all the time, eat your protein, put lots of fats on it, and motion. I'll be 65 in February, and I
What
don't feel the number.
what day in February?
February 18th, 1/8.
My
Julio's on the 17th.
my birthday is 3 days before yours, Geri, and 2 days before Julia.
Uh-huh.
Aw,
Oh,
It'd be Uno.
perfect
Ollie, did you see that picture that I took of Dr. Kiltz?
baby. I keep clicking on it. Let me get it real quick.
Put it up.
Oh, I don't see it, Geri.
Yeah, we were at Carrie Mann's doing on this past summer.
It didn't come
And-
through. It didn't come through. Your email did, but the picture didn't.
Oh, rats.
We
And I
were
said-
in Montello, Wisconsin.
In Montello, Wisconsin, right?
Really the middle of
Nowhere.
no.
Really, in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so let me you answered this sort of. Geri, did you drink lots of water or coffee, tea, both during the fast, or was it just dry?
Lots of water, bubble water. Here's the big 40 ounce I'll take with me wherever I go because I have a soda stream, so I make my own bubble water. Electrolytes, I got the plain from Keto Chow. the plain from LMNT. I had a couple of the flavored ones. I gave a lot of the flavored ones away to people.
Do you drive a
Water,
car? Do you drive a car?
yes, a Denali, GMC Denali.
So it's a little safer than a Volkswagen Bug, probably. But
Yeah.
I always comment: we do things that are deadly and dangerous. We don't think twice about using them. A little bit of electrolyte with a little bit of a flavor, we worry about.
Mhm. Yep. So another thing Terry wanted to know if I drank the coffee, only 12 ounces. Tea, I had the tea, which was a hibiscus, 12 ounces this week, as opposed to coffee. No bone broth. The only bone broth I had was at midnight on Sunday morning, and I doctored that 8-ounce cup so slow. It was so good.
I think this is a great comment from Bob. Hundreds, if not thousands, of friends in the community around the globe. Would you comment, Geri, on how coming into this and co-creating these communities is important for all of us in listening, learning, and staying on the path?
The fellowship in this community is huge. I spend more time with this community than I do my own flesh and blood family, brothers and sisters, because we all have the same mindset. I find we have the same mindset. Yesterday, however, I was just taken aback from what people thought of my recipes that I got from bigger health professionals. I'm just a little fish in the sea. So when I hear from the bigger health professionals how I can boost up my omegas and my protein, that's good. When I hear from Abu from over in England, his recipe, God bless you.
Thank you.
And I hear from George, and I can't wait to meet him in Michigan. And I look forward to our next meeting face to face. This is important. I think we know a lot about each other from these Zooms that we do and the StreamYards, but face to face in person, absolutely the key.
By the way, Ali,
Yes.
it's the Browns for the meetup in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
September.
Right. Am I on that? Is it on my calendar?
I was going to ask you about that as well as a couple others, but yes, it
But
is
just
now.
make sure it's on the calendar,
Okay,
right?
good. Yeah, I'll make sure it's on the calendar.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
There's our picture. That's the picture I sent you, Aaliyah. Dr. Kiltz
yeah.
and I.
Yeah, it did come through. Wow. That's so fun.
It looks so fun. Dr. Kiltz is a joy and a half. And what you see on screen, he is vibrant and vivid. Dr. Nelson has the most beautiful skin I have ever seen. His skin is so pure, so lovely. These gentlemen were lovely. I have not had the opportunity to meet Aaliyah, however, that's coming.
It will happen. Let's do the
And
next.
each and
question.
every one of us, one of you, all of us, has something valuable to share with the world. And I think that that's what's the most important thing. Show up, ask questions, share your comments, or just stand back and listen and learn. That's what we're here to do. But hey, just tell us where you're from in this world. A thumbs up or comments really are important for teaching all of us. The course that Dr. Nelson and Alia have really worked to put together, and all the people that have been part of the keto carnivore coaching course, and really the whole intention is we all are transitioning from student to teacher, and it's a cycle of continuality. Very important.
I saw in the chat somebody named Chuck Nevia asked me how tall I was.
Yep.
And I used to tell people that I was 5'12", and then I had spine surgery, and then I had hip surgery. So right now I'm just under 5'10".
So you were 6 feet tall? 5'12"? You were 6 feet tall?
Yeah, my mother always said girls are never 6 feet tall, so I had to tell people I was 5'12".
12, love it. Love it.
All right, let's do the next one. Oh, this is for everybody. Has anyone rated raw liver? How did it taste? Rated, I guess tried. Has anyone tried raw liver?
I have. I mean, I would say I love my sautéed, lightly sautéed liver, but I love my raw ribeye.
Now, when you saute it, yesterday I believe that I cooked mine for 3 minutes, and then I turned it for the residual heat. It cooked the bottom half. It was fine to me at 3 minutes. But again, people's brains fell out of their heads saying, "How is she eating?"
Was it cut thick?
No, thin.
It was a whole liver.
Yeah, no, not a whole liver, doctor. It was a very thin piece of beef liver, just one.
Oh, yeah.
The kind that you get in the stores that are already pre-done.
Sliced. Okay.
It was very thin. It was done. It was completely done.
Yeah, within 3 minutes, probably.
Let's see. Chuck again. During a fast, what about Epsom salt, lavender bath for sleep?
I didn't do any of that. I've heard of it. I didn't. I'm a shower girl.
All right. Here's one. You didn't get cold, Geri?
Nope. And I live in Wisconsin, and it's free. Well, I get freezing cold out here, but you wear the appropriate clothes. However, I don't have a thyroid issue, whereby some thyroid people will have that coldness about them, and that wasn't me. No.
There you go. Okay. Let's see. Does calf liver taste better than beef liver?
Well, that's a baby cow. I would say, yeah, that's more tender.
There you go. There you go. We did the questions. We got all the questions.
So Geri, you commented about growing up, and our message is one is eat 3 to 6 plant, low animal fat diets a day, exercise, and you should be skinny. And we've got plenty of products for you to be skinny. So we've given you a formula to be fat, and then we blamed you for being fat. And then we've given you all these new formulas that are controlled by a message machine. Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, we'll go down the list, and over exercise, which then damages our joints. And ultimately, the mess that we're in is we should be skinny. And if you're not, you need to do all these things to be it. And we're failing miserably because maybe the message is the true misery and not the master within each of us.
Oh, yes. I ate off of a UPS truck for those diet programs, the pills, the potions, the lotions, the multi-level marketing. We're going to make you thin. But I was getting the supplements from these girls that were heavier than me, and they're telling me to lose the weight, and it's going to be, you'll be successful. And the vegetables and all that stuff, when I ingested them, it seemed like they came out the same way I ingested them. I can tell you from looking at patients from back in the day when I was an EMT, looking at colonoscopy bags, you can see corn, and chickens will recycle their corn. Ask Aaron Booby Goats. The circle of life, the circle of feeding. If food must be filling and satiating to me, and the lion diet just makes sense. the lions go out, they kill, they eat, and they're good. They don't say, well, you know what? It's 1 o'clock. I have to kill a hyena right about now and eat my lunch. I can't live off of my wristwatch and eating. When I'm hungry later today, I'll eat. But if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat.
Isn't that liberating?
Absolutely, Dr. Nelson. I don't feel tied down to anything. Stello, is that the new?
Well, I use this all the time as a prop on my shelf. I use this as a prop on my shelf. You know, I mean, ultimately for the masses like us, we're all the masses. I mean, humanity, there's no higher or lower. Everyone's the same, okay, around the globe. And ultimately, the cost of healthcare is going up. The number of diseases is going up. The suffering is going up. And is there a simple story that you've shared in our biblical stories?
For me?
For all of us. I'm asking, yes. What are your thoughts on, I mean, how do we go back to our biblical rules of simplicity?
My body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. I am here on this earth just for a short while in the scheme of things. But while I'm here on this earth, I should be taking better care of my body than I have been by not drinking like I used to. I was an alcoholic, but I'd go out with the girlfriends on the weekends and we'd party it up. I'd have the Elaine salads from Seinfeld, the big salads. I would overeat chocolate, sugar. Being a caterer, I'd push that on everybody else, and then I would have to sample everything. That wasn't good. But now, how am I a best steward to my Lord and Savior here on this earth? Taking care of one body.
Lion of Judah.
Mm-hmm.
Master of the story.
Anthony had asked a question in the chat. What do you mean a thyroid issue? Never heard that before. When somebody asked me if I was cold, haven't you guys heard that before? When people will say that they are cold because they have a thyroid issue. Is that correct, doctors?
It's a symptom.
As a symptom, right?
Of having low thyroid.
Right. So for me, I don't have a technical thyroid issue. My friend Amy, she was recently diagnosed by her physician with that. But I've heard that from people. Oh, you know, my hands are so cold and I'm so freezing. I can't get better. They go to the doctor. Now they're on thyroid pills. John Beatty, the thyroid is the body's temperature gauge. Yep. Yeah, there you go, Anthony.
Here's one more. Josephine, are you using anything on your skin?
I will use the beef tallow. Sometimes it's just the plain stuff that's in the cabinet. If you know, you know. I've been using that a lot on my face. My face, I don't want to say it's Ozempic face because I don't do Ozempic. But look at how nice my face looks now.
You're beautiful.
I'm going to be 65 years old. A lot of things sag on me.
I'll be 70 in March the 12th.
Wow. But you've never been 300.
Exactly 2 months from today.
Yeah. You've never been 363 pounds, though. The most, and this was when I first lost my first 163 pounds. The husband and I, we go to Florida to what is called a clothing optional resort. we are not nudists. But if you want to, and I thought, you know what? Here's people around the pool that don't have arms, don't have legs. They're young ladies that don't have breasts, and they're tattooed, or they may not be tattooed, and they just may have their scars. They're proud of their bodies. I was proud of my accomplishment in losing 163 pounds. I don't know these strangers at this resort from around the world, but I love the vitamin D. I'm comfortable with my decision to go to the clothing optional resort in Florida. However, you don't see me in my house walking around naked. It's Wisconsin. It's too cold.
John Beatty wants to know if it's near the Villages, the clothing optional resort.
No, I know where the Villages is. It's further down into Orlando.
Okay. Ozzy Charles, LDL 240, HDL 82, triglycerides 82, CRP 4.3, has been up 1 every 6 months, last 18, no noticeable inflammation. The only thing the doctor is concerned about is the LDL. Prescription for statin not taking.
Right. I always turn that down from the doctor. Now, I did buy the prescription. Well, it's not a prescription, subscription from Own Your Own Labs, because it was a real heck of a deal for a year, $365. So I got that. I didn't do any lab testing during the fast because to me it's a moot point. I look at the numbers, I prick the finger, just and compare it to how I feel. But I really want to get the blood test results now and continually monitor those with Dave Feldman's group.
We have links there for everyone who wants to follow their own labs. And really, healthcare is now in the individual's control. We're not your doctor. You are actually your doctor. You're the authority in your life. And I think that's what all this information is empowering everyone with the knowledge that you had to be accepted to medical school or other or postgraduate programs to have power, but you don't need that anymore. It's all on our devices, is it not?
Yes.
That's it. All right. Well, it's almost the end of our 59-minute show. Dr. Kiltz, do you have anything else to say? I'm gonna do the share screen. Sorry, I'm gonna do the giveaway.
Well, let's see. So I'm starting my 7-day fast. Geri just finished 40. Dr. Nelson's doing his day of fasting. Fasting is not required, by the way. I don't do it for anything other than it's hard. I like to do hard things, like quitting coffee is hard, and fasting is hard, and mindset practice is work. It's easy to just go right on, lay on the couch and watch TV and complain about your day. It's hard to do the daily reading, the daily walking, the daily living with faith and positivity, and smile on my face, right? And a simple thing to look in the mirror and simply say, I love you, thank you. I love you, thank you. I love you, thank you. That's what we're all here to do.
Yep, I love the fresh start of a 40-day fast. Somebody asked how else they could find me. They can find me on, obviously, YouTube. Woo!
Wow. Good job again.
Lance win like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Didn't he win Friday?
He might have won Friday.
I can't remember. It seems like Lance just won.
He can win again, but I'm going to pick somebody else also.
Everyone, no. I mean, well, you can give it a second person if you want to do that, but he did win fair and square.
That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing.
I love it. Maybe we do 2 at a time. I just finished another two kilns of Kiltz Cups. So I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
pass them on to get them out there. I'm doing a lot of blues and whites this time.
Now,
But interesting, the white, this is the white cream. It's cream, actually. It gets a little blue or brown, depending on what. Having fun.
Schmoocast, who was one here, he was on my live yesterday as well.
Oh, awesome. Is it
So-
Shake My Head cast? Shake My Head.
Shaking my head. Yeah, I think that's what.
Yes. Shaking my head.
Okay, good.
Shaking my head.
Congratulations. Please email me, alia@drkiltz.com.
So if you guys want to follow me on YouTube, my channel name is In the Middle of a Forest. They call me Carnivore Geri. My name used to be super long. It used to be Carnivore Geri in the Middle of a Forest. So I just cut it down to In the Middle of a Forest. And that's where I'm in the middle of a forest on Instagram. Sometimes I'll catch Doctor on Instagram too, and he waves hi to me on the lives. I'm on Facebook. I don't do a lot on Facebook, but that's just my regular name, Geri Griggs on Facebook. I'm in the phone book. Everybody knows me. I've given my phone number out so many times.
The younger generations have no idea what a phone book is.
They don't. When you do this, Dr. Nelson, when you make this gesture, they don't know what that means. They're like, "What is this?" I'm like, you have to do this apparently.
Or this. All right, everybody, it's been a blast. The Kiltz meetup website is up
5:30
and running, so you can get your tickets.
5:30 today, Zoom call within the community.
Yes. See you all there.
Thanks
Have a great
all.
day.
Thank you.
Bye all.